Picture this. You're a high-level prospect, you see an ad, you sign up for a consultation, you hop on, and a handsome young nigga like me opens up the Zoom. Dreads, tats, piercings, and all. Would you be a little skeptical? Probably would, as were the prospects on my last offer. And mind you, I sold to doctors. Again, I look the way I do. So I could have taken that and used it as cope. Oh, they don't want to buy because of how I look. Or I could just get good at selling to skeptical prospects. So I got good at selling to skeptical people. Today, we're going to dive into a live call I did, again, selling to a high-level doctor who was extremely skeptical of me, of the company, of everything, and then not only ended up piffing for 8K, but then asked if the coaches are gonna be like me. And when I asked her why she moved forward, she ultimately said it was because of the questions that I asked and how I maintained frame through her skepticism. And so my frame and my authority were able to trump all the preconceived judgments that she had. So a lot of you are probably dealing with skeptical prospects, especially if you're selling to paid traffic, and you're probably coping. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome that and how to help those people out of their own way as well. Without further ado, let's jump in. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you're wondering who's this dude and what does he know about high ticket sales, my name is Nick. I've collected over $3 million over the last couple of years in high ticket sales. I have helped countless others do the same, like Anthony hitting his first 10K a month at 21, or Zane doubling his income and making 17 grand a month in our first 30 days, or D'Aven who hit 20K a month, or Chris who went from 2K a month to 23K a month, or Enrique who made his investment back in 10 days after working together and had his biggest month ever in less than 2 weeks.
I've been in Nick's program now for, this is coming on to my third week now. Me go from 6 to 9 in a matter of weeks and increase my close rate from like 22 and a half to, I believe it was at around 35%. Crazy.
You're gonna get a lot of value here, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it is still a motherfucking YouTube video and it'll only get you so far. So if you're tired of trying to Frankenstein and piece together a sales process and you want to fast track your way to 10 to 20K a month, hit the link below to see if you qualify. I only work with 5 additional new clients every single month so I can give my heart, my time, and my energy to you. If that sounds like you, hit the link, see if you qualify. Let's dive in. So guys, the first thing with a skeptical prospect is you never want to let it rattle you. Understand that it is okay for them to be skeptical. To be fair, they have no idea who the fuck you are. So the first thing to take in is to lean out of the sale. Detach and understand the person. Why are they there? What is their problem? How is the problems affecting them? How long have those problems been there? Why are they actively looking to make a change? You should be doing this shit regardless, but especially when you can sense some skepticism off of someone. The last thing and the worst thing that you want to do is to take the skepticism personal. Tactically, you want to find their problem and their pain, see what they've done to try to solve that problem, and then you're going to show them how this skepticism has been the reason that they haven't solved the problem. And you're ultimately going to use the very thing that you're so fucking afraid of to hold them accountable to a higher standard so that they can see you in a higher and better light. The example I'm going to show you again is for a high-level doctor looking for executive coaching, but this works really well with BizOp too. A lot of BizOp prospects are very skeptical, and the whole fucking reason that they're skeptical is the same exact reason they're in the situation that they're in. Is they're too fucking afraid to try some shit. And so you need to be able to hold that mirror to them. But you can't hold that mirror if you don't have the context. You can't get the context if you're reactive and you take it personal. So let's watch this shit on a live call.
Then I'm kind of skeptical for MPI number to make
Like what?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that was kind of what drew me to everything. And, then I'm kind of skeptical because I'm like, okay, is she legitly who she says she is? And then I'm trying to look up her MPI number to make sure she, is a physician. And I guess I don't know anything really truly about the program, like how it works, how much it costs, what the timeline looks like.
Okay. What are you? So she's skeptical. It's all good. I got you. Got you. Don't you worry. So she's looking up the influencer and she's like making sure that she's actually a doctor. She's looking up her doctor number or whatever. And she's like trying to jump to price. Like, I don't know how much it costs. I don't know how this works, yada, yada, yada. I'm not shook. I'm like, cool. No worries. All good. So I'm sure you probably found that then, her number and everything, and the fact that she works at, she teaches at Harvard.
Yeah.
We're getting to the root. So you should obviously be selling like legit ethical shit, right? So like if someone's gonna look your influencer up, they should hopefully find good things. And the influencer I was selling for was literally a professor at Harvard. So it's like, okay, I don't give a fuck if you look her up, because that's what you're gonna see. right? And I have the confidence to say that.
Would lie here. What's the skepticism? Where's it coming from?
I need to understand what it's actually coming from so I can know where to challenge her, right?
I found it on Instagram. That's the skepticism, like it's a targeted ad, right? And so it's, it's like, of course, I'm quick to just set the appointment and kind of find out for myself. I didn't truly do the full research of like, okay, let me look through her.
So what is she telling me there? She's telling me that there's a chance that she's going to want to get, I was quick to book the call and I didn't do the full research. What's the objection there? Potential. Oh, I didn't do the full research here. So, can I take a little bit of time, do a little more research before I make a decision? That's what we need to get ahead of now. Now, by now I'm like 30 minutes into the call, so I have a good amount of context to be able to use to challenge her, which I wouldn't have had before, right?
Her whole website. Let me, I guess do my due diligence. So I think it's just, not trusting like, okay, she is who she says she is, and she is, a physician coach, I think that would be where a little.
Do my due diligence. Again, like this is an objection waiting to happen if I don't challenge this way of thinking, right? Let's keep going.
Or,
Okay.
No offense, but I was expecting to see her today, and I wasn't ready, and then
Come on, she wasn't expecting to see a handsome young nigga, right? She's a doctor hopping on a call to learn about premium coaching for doctors, and a nigga like me hops on. She wasn't expecting that. It's all good. I'm not gonna take it personal. You could see me starting to smile. I'm like, oh, we're about to have some fun here. Let's keep going.
I think this session has been much more helpful, in all honesty, than the session I had with my therapist earlier.
This session has been much more helpful than what I had with my therapist. Meaning, although I'm skeptical, I can tell that you, even though you like King Von, I can tell that you know your shit. Right? This is giving me a little bit of peace that this may be a legitimate company. Guys, she found out about us 2 days ago, and then she booked a call, and she dropped 10 fucking grand or 8 grand. Let's keep going.
Today,
Yeah. I'm gonna keep challenging you. So
yeah.
let's talk about the skepticism, right? Because like we're talking about a lot of things that are gonna keep. It's okay. You weren't expecting to see a handsome young man with tattoos, right? It's all good.
I'm just making a joke of it. I'm not shook. I'm like, yo, I expect that. It's all good.
The skepticism that you're talking about,
Mhm.
that's held you back from being as proactive as you can, that's kept you comfortable where you are. It's the same skepticism that'll keep you here. It's like your subconscious trying to keep you stuck. Like,
So what are we doing? I am villainizing this skepticism and ultimately saying that that's the thing that's kept you here and will continue to keep you here if you don't overcome it. And so her not wanting to move forward at the end as a result of skepticism, we can now point to the thing that wants to keep her stuck, right? I'm slowly starting to strip this way of thinking away from her because it's not serving her. Let's keep going.
oh, there can't be change. There can't be something different.
Yeah.
So, like maybe a better question is, like, are you willing to push past the skepticism, put us aside? Are you willing to move past that skepticism if you find something that you actually feel can get you out of this, as opposed to letting the skepticism continue?
Quick side note, I really needed a cut in this video. Like, I know most of the time when I show you these videos, like, I'll be diced up, but like, yo, I was looking rough. I was looking fucking rough. And this shows that you can be looking rough and still be in there shanking shit. Like, I needed a cut bad.
To keep you where you are and keep you comfortable.
I'm gonna play that back. Real quick.
Yeah.
Like maybe a better question is, like, are you willing to push past the skepticism, put us aside? Are you willing to move past that skepticism if you find something that you actually feel can get you out of this, as opposed to letting the skepticism continue to keep you where you are, keep you comfortable?
Yes, I mean it would be like it would be like a situation like this where I was willing to go through the first appointment or interview or whatever you want to call this session to see like is it what I'm looking for, and it would kind of have to be a how I felt after it, and
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What is she telling us, guys? It would have to be how I felt after, meaning I am not expecting to make a decision on this call. I'm expecting to come here, get information, see how I feel after, and then make a decision. Obviously, that's not serving her well. Let's keep going.
so yeah, no, I guess I always like. eh, I'd say I'm more type A. I like to kind of know exactly what's going to happen. You can't always know what's going to happen, but like, is the idea of this the coaching to be to slowly change the mindset and or I guess give homework? I don't know. With
In a
each
in a
after each
way,
lesson.
in a way, like we could talk about the details, but in a way, yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. Right? It's not as like this big scary thing if you have to be a totally different person, but yes, it is actionable. It is homework. Is that something you're
Yeah.
open to? Continuing
Yeah,
to
no, I
be
mean that's kind of
Mhm.
what I'm looking for is like if you're telling me that there are tools that I don't have, of course I can't even imagine what those tools, look like. Um, since I haven't figured it out on my own, and I obviously need somebody to help guide me.
Mhm.
So that's I guess I just trying to figure out, how does the program look? What is it all about?
Yeah, so let me give you an example, like, because you said that a few times, the tactics are less important, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
What we're doing here is separating her from her way of thinking, which is the skepticism that's kept her stuck. But she's trying to deflect it and put it on the program and put it on talking about a program. So, what we need to do is, in a way, minimize the program, right? The program doesn't really matter that much. The tactical stuff doesn't really matter that much. It's who you need to become that matters. And here's the fucking thing, right? This stems from congruency too, right? Because I am in alignment with the words that I'm saying. And I know that in order to get to where you want to get to, you have to be the type of person required to getting there. That's why I can say the shit that I'm saying to her from a place of alignment because I live these words. I follow these words within my own life. And like this has to be the exact same with you as a sales rep. Like if you are watching a video like this, right? And thinking that the thing that's missing for you is word tracks and tactics and all these different things that are very like tactical, you're missing the point within yourself too, and you're not congruent. So you can't deliver this type of shit to prospects, at least with it holding weight, right? This is the type of shit that you won't see in a fucking script, right? A lot of you try to take the things and piece together the things that you see on these types of videos, and then they don't land because you aren't congruent. Let's keep going before I get mad. Let's keep going.
think of it this way, like fitness. An overweight person, they're not overweight because they don't know what workouts to follow and what diets to do and what cardio to do. That's not why they're fat. Fat because they make decisions of a fat person.
Mm.
And until they decide I am not going to make decisions like a fat person, that is when they start to lose the weight and eat.
Broke closers are not broke because they don't know what objection handles and what word tracks to follow. They're broke because they make the decisions of a broke closer. Do you see how this is also showing in your decisions in your life again, which is why you're not able to help your prospects? Get out of your own way before helping someone else get out of their own way. And if you want the help to be able to do that and you want to skip having to piece all this shit together, just hit the link below and see if you qualify. If you're actively selling on a roll, get out of your own way before trying to help someone else get out of their own way. Let's keep going.
Differently and work out and whatnot. So like a lot of what we're talking about here comes to the decisions, right? And so are you willing to break the decision making that's gotten you here and adapt the decision making that'll get you there?
Yeah.
Because that's the key. And then we could talk about the diets and all that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Good. And like we're talking about where we're getting away from, but not much about where we're going.
And then boom, what did we do? We just stripped away this way of thinking from her. And if it tries to show itself at the end, right, we can pinpoint it back to this thing of the skepticism that has kept you stuck and that will keep you stuck. And she has owned it. She's owned that that way of thinking isn't serving her. Now we're going to jump to the end of the call where she moved forward and I asked her why she moved forward despite being as skeptical as she was. And listen to what she says.
On that out, I'm curious, what, so like at the start of the call, you were pretty closed off, pretty skeptical. What is it that made you make a different decision and like actually move forward?
So this question is so important for two reasons. One, it is genuinely important to know why she moved forward so you can know what part of your sales process worked well and you know what to continue doubling down on, but also so she can continue to reaffirm to herself why she's doing it. Because right now she's filling out the paperwork and shit for financing. And obviously, if she was skeptical earlier, there still could be potentially doubt swimming around in her head, right? And so you want to ask this so as she's doing it, she's continuing to reaffirm her own decision. Let's keep going.
Probably the questions you were asking were very triggering, maybe is the word. And it was like, you were, it almost seemed like you were trying to figure out the problem pretty much right away. It wasn't
It almost seemed like you were trying to figure out the problem pretty much right away. It's exactly what I was fucking doing.
expecting that. I was kind of expecting that. So this is how the program is kind of call. And so
She was expecting to just come on and just get pitched. She wasn't expecting me to actually sit down, understand her problem, understand the effects of those problems, duration, the impacts. Like, she wasn't expecting me to actually give a fuck, but I did. And so I always say this, the person who joins the call is not going to be the person who buys. And so we took a skeptical prospect that most of you would have probably wrote off and turned it into a PIF. And this was cold traffic, and she literally found us like 2 days before. And a large part of it is A, because I genuinely care and she can feel that. And B, I can hear the language that is not serving her because it's not language that I use within myself because I hold myself to a high standard. So that is where it starts. All this shit starts internally. All right, let's keep going.
I see. Yeah, I think that was where.
So it's because I challenge you. Sounds like I challenged you pretty hard.
Yes. Yeah, which I appreciate because it's like that's what I need. I don't need somebody to tell me I'm doing fine because I don't feel like I'm doing fine.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's just the beginning, and I'm excited to hear your wins.
Yes, I hope. Yeah, I mean, I hope that whichever coach I have will be similar.
Oh yeah, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
I hope that whatever coach I have will be similar, will hold me to the same standard that you held me to. This is the type of shit you need to be hearing from your prospects at the end of calls, guys. Not, you're such a good salesperson. Like, if someone tells you that you are a good salesperson, that shit's probably cooked. Rarely will someone say that and actually buy, unless they themselves are also a salesperson. They like respect what you did. Otherwise, like, that is the worst thing. One of the worst things to hear. I felt understood. You listened. The questions you asked, it sounded like you were trying to find the problem. You cared. That's the type of shit that you want to hear at the end of the call. Now you know exactly how to help and close a high-level skeptical prospect who's from, I was only coming here to gather information. I wasn't expecting to speak to you. I'm skeptical of this company, to here's $8,000. If you are ready to be in alignment with your words so that they can actually have weight when you're on sales calls and you're again actively selling on an offer, just hit the link down below, see if you qualify, you'll speak directly to me, and we'll see if this makes sense for you. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.